But yeah, like, so I've never been in like a full blown like fight as an adult. Like I said, I've been close a couple times, but never actually been into it. But I did in my fraternity. We had we had fight night, and in my fraternity it was kind of like we throw on like a boxing event, and we would like it was like a philanthropy. Like we would fight brothers in our own fraternity. And then we would get girls to pay to watch it, and like a lot of girls would come.
That's funny though. When I think of philanthropy,
it was like a fight club. Yeah,
tell me some whiskey.
Sure. Yeah, I think of philanthropy is helping others.
Yeah, I mean, philanthropy is raising money for
philanthropy. By the way,
yeah, it was
so,
great.
Sure. We're raising money for orphans,
and it was fun. It was so fun because it's not like.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, it was fun because the girls would dress up too. Like the girls would be.
Up?
The girls were in.
Dress as?
They would dress up as like they were going to a club. No. Like they wear like club mini skirts and stuff. Yeah.
Didn't you have card girls?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, they had card girls.
We had a ref. Oh, it was in a boxing ring. We had a referee. It was in a boxing gym. We had a referee. We had card girls. We had a dude on a microphone being like
walkout music.
We had walkout music.
That's the kind of energy that I'd rather be around.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to like box your friend in a backyard, and it's another thing to like box your friend with like 50 smoking hot chicks watching.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's a whole nother energy.
Yeah, there's that element of like
to like get ready for they like
I
like that.
I actually had I think 2 weeks for the first fight, and then my second fight I had a month to prepare. And I was very prepared for the second fight, but then right before the fight, I got a root canal. 3 days before the fight. No, it was like 5 days before the fight. I got a root canal.
No excuses though.
But it was not good because then I was on. I couldn't really like. I was fighting a dude who was just naturally a bigger guy, not by much, but he was naturally bigger. And I'm like, okay, I got a month.
Taller, longer, way more.
Yeah, he was just bigger in every way.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I got
this fight was just hands or
just boxing. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So this is the second fight, but I was like, okay, I got to eat a lot to get as big as possible over the next month. But at the same time, I'm like training a lot of cardio because the first fight,
dude, this sounds awesome. Man.
It was so fun.
It's like you get a like how many few times do you get to really compete in things?
I know
after high school sports for 95% of the population.
Yeah,
that even play sports.
So let me give you the overall. The overall was I had 2 fights, and it was a great experience because the first fight I got the experience of like beating the fuck out of someone, like because like the guy, it's kind of like what you were describing. Like you get hit and it's like doesn't hurt, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it was like I wasn't scared at all of my. He was a good guy. His name's Ricky. He was a bigger dude, but he like his punches just did nothing to me. I don't know, like I'd get hit and I would feel absolutely nothing. I had no fear whatsoever of getting hit because I've been hit by him a few times. And I was like, yeah, I can take these all day. So it was kind of like, I don't know. I got in his face and I was like super, super aggressive. And it was like, that was the first time I've ever like turned on the violence button. You know what I mean? Like I hit him in the nose. And like his nose starts bleeding, and it's like good.
You
hit him again. Hit him again in the nose again,
right.
And then I hit him in the nose again, and my knuckle hurt because I hit his fucking nose so hard. I was like, God damn, my knuckle hurts, and I'm wearing my wrist is taped up. I have a fucking glove on, and I caught him with an uppercut.
With like 8-ounce gloves?
No,
16?
they were big. They were like 14, 16, yeah, 14? Yeah. Okay. And we had head guards on too, but yeah, like the head guards didn't protect his nose very much because he kept ducking down and I kept throwing uppercuts. So that was kind of like the move I did because I would come at him and he would like I would throw rights and then he would duck down and then I'd throw uppercuts. But yeah, like my first fight was like sloppy and I like blew my wad so fast. Like I was so fucking exhausted. By the third round, I was like, I can't lift my arms up, and it was like. That was
he was beating him up, but he didn't put him away.
I didn't put him away.
Oh, scared! I hate that. Right?
Yeah, it was. Like, this guy's still here. It was a scary moment because it was like third round. We're going into it, and like my arms are like jello, and then he's still there. You know what I mean? And then like halfway through the third round, I'm like, I would rather get hit in the face than lift up my arms. Like my arms are so tired. It's like. You know, keep your hands up. It's like, I'd rather just take a jab.
It's like, my shoulders, right?
I'd rather just keep my arm up, like try to dodge the jab, maybe not take it a little bit, but I give him a right. It's like, I'd rather do that than keep my hands up because my arms are so dead. So that it was a good experience with that.
Yeah.
And then the second fight, I was like, okay, I don't want to be tired like I was the first fight.
Oh, this is like a what
it
they
was
do,
over
like old day Pride where you're fighting more than once in a night.
No, it was like one fight, and then like 6 months later, it was like my second fight. So it was like the first fight, I fought Ricky, I won, and then Amir fought. I'm blanking on the dude's name, but Amir fought a guy, and Amir won. So me and Amir were both coming off wins.
So you're there's a bracket that's set up.
No, it was just kind of like, hey, you won your last one, I won my last one, you won fight, and like we're equally sized, kinda. And then he's like, sure. And then so I had a lot of time to prepare, and I was like fucking really confident. And then that root canal happened. And it was like I couldn't really chew on my left side of my mouth because it hurt really bad for 3 days. And I was like, dude, I don't think I could fight unless this pain goes away, because I can't even bite down, much less get punched in the face. You know what I mean?
Right.
like it really hurt. And then luckily 2 days before the fight, the pain went away. But it was like I wasn't eating enough for like 3 days, 4 days before the fight, and then I was fighting a cold. I was like, I could, like, my nose was getting all stuffed up. And, I just felt like my testosterone was low. And then I later found out, that was the antibiotics, because I was on antibiotics.
Sure.
I was like, man, going into the first fight, I drank some pre-workout right before the fight. And I was like, I felt like I had testosterone come out of my ears. Like I could like run through a brick wall, like I felt like a tank. Like I could take anything. And then when I was going into the second fight, I was like, I feel weak, feel tired, I feel slow. I feel slow. I feel small. I feel like shit, And I'm like, doing that. My nose like stuffed. Yeah. And then, it was all bad. So then I got the experience of beating the shit out of a guy. And then I got the experience of like, you're getting beat up. What are you going to do about it? You know what I mean? It's just like you're getting hit a lot more than you're hitting him. What are you going to do? You're going to just turn into it like the fetal position, start crying? Like you're in a bad situation. You can't give up without looking like a bitch,
Right.
So it was good. And then
how many rounds and how long were the rounds?
It was like 3 2-minute rounds, really, really short. But I mean, you go hard in those 2 minutes.
Well, for sure. Yeah. Nobody's got the idea of like, we prepared for 12 and we're willing.
We just go like really fucking hard. For sure. Those 2 minutes,
that's why wrestling is so tough, man. When you get into some scrambles in wrestling, I've never been more tired than being on the.
How long are the rounds in wrestling?
Wrestling was 3-minute round. No, maybe 2 minutes. I don't remember. I stopped wrestling in 8th grade. I think it could be different. So CHASA, the Colorado High School Activities Association, could have different round lengths than maybe a different state or something like that. But I mean, you go 3 minutes in a round wrestling, and it's just scrambles, and you're not just working somebody, or they're working you, dude. You go to that, and you're like, man, I gotta go back out in this next round here.
Yeah,
that's a hard feeling.
But I mean, it was also I got a lot of self-gratification from where I could. So I felt bad that I was in a disadvantage size, and also like health-wise. I was like really not healthy. Like I was like, after that fight, I was sick for like a week or two. And then what really exacerbated, the biggest factor that led to me losing was he was good. He was much better. And he was a basketball player. And his footwork was really good. Like I was having a really hard time fucking touching the guy. Like his footwork is good.
Yeah.
And then
longer reach.
He had a longer reach, but then also my toe, I developed these calluses on the bottom of my big toes.
Yeah.
And both those calluses ripped off, and my feet were like bleeding on the canvas. And I'm like, every time I take a step, it's like.
Okay, so how'd the fight end though? So these variables that played into it, and then how did the fight end? You get punched. You can't keep your hands up.
Yeah, well, I'm covering up.
You got a cold. You had a root canal.
Yeah, it was bad.
Gotcha. Okay, I got you. I'm listening. I'm waiting. How did this end though?
Okay, so
somebody throw in the towel. Gary, were you there?
No, nobody threw in the towel. I didn't get knocked out.
Stay down. Stay down.
slip the jab. Okay, just stay down. No, I'm fucking gonna do it. No. So basically, the first round, I was just like, whoa, I'm losing. I'm getting beat up. This isn't good. I don't think I hit him with anything the first round at all. Like, and my toe ripped open. Not good, you know?
Yeah.
And then the second round, it was like kind of more of the same. You know what I mean? I was just like, the only thing that kind of happened in the second round was he was really good at ducking under my right cross. And I was like, shit. So I was like, okay, I need to use my left more, and I need to like not convey my right cross as much. So I faked like I was doing a right cross, and then I did a uppercut, like a big, because he would do like this big duck under.
Gotcha.
And so I went like I was gonna throw a right straight, and then I threw a big uppercut, and it didn't land clean, but it like nicked him right on the chin and like went all the way up his face.
Nice.
And I think I like earned his respect.
Sure.
Like,
That's all it takes, right?
And like, because he should have been able to put me away. Like, I was like, I couldn't, like, my toes were ripped open and bleeding. And I'm like, I can't really move, you know? Like, it was kind of like, how is this guy not just going to tee off on me? So I think that's what saved me in the second round. And then in the third round, I remember going in the third round just being like, don't move. Just stay in one spot. Because every time I took a step, it was like excruciating pain. Like, excruciating. And I remember I told the ref, I was like, in the corner, I was like, my toes ripped open, and he's just like, you're just gonna have to fight through it. I was like,
but
God, I was like, well,
you're right,
damn,
though.
I'm just, what am I gonna do? Throw in the towel because my toe ripped?
Oh, and how bad is that? My toe, my calluses, my feet. Like you're trying to. You
fast forward. After the fight, I asked the ref, I was like, do you have any like cotton, like clean? Do you have any like first aid products like for my toes? And he looked at him. He's like, oh, god damn. No, you gotta take care of that. Like, and I could tell he had like a foot thing. He didn't like feet, and much less ripped open, bleeding feet.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, but like the third round was probably my best round and my worst round at the same time, because he landed a really hard hook to my ribs. Like a really fucking hard hook to my ribs. It went right under my elbow and hit me right in the side of my ribs. And I remember it didn't hurt at all in the fight, but it was loud. Like it was like, doof. And I was just like, if that hit laid me in the stomach, I would have been done.
Probably.
And I was like, and then I remember his corner was like, he's hurt. And I was like, try not to look hurt.
No,
even though I didn't feel any pain.
No, I'm not.
even though I wasn't in any pain, I was like, yeah, I can't take another one of those, like, especially not in the stomach.
Well, and it doesn't look good in the. You had judges?
Oh no, I mean the gym owner was judging basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. You're in a gym too. I had this image of like you were just
No,
just
it was
like
in a boxing
okay, move
ring.
the table over there. I was like, all right.
No, but then
That's how my fraternity did it.
no, but
we could share.
yeah, restart that. But what was good is like I was like, okay, cover up the ribs, but then he did the same punch and he went high though, and he clipped me right in the fucking face. Like
Wait. All right, there we go.
yeah, so like he got me in the ribs, he went low, and I was like, oh shit. And then it was kind of like he threw the same punch, and I just thought I was moving away, and I thought I was far enough away, and he just got me like right on the end of it, and everything went black, and I was fucking, my feet were stumbling.
Is that the hardest you've ever been hit?
Oh yeah.
Huh.
And it was like boing, and I was like, I'm having a fucking hard time.
Did you feel yourself
standing up?
Did you instinctively go for a takedown?
I instinctively put my head down and grabbed him. Yeah.
That's what
I instinctively
I
grabbed him.
saw the video. You were like, "What?" And then you went in for the kill, and you went under and you grabbed.
Yeah.
Right.
Him,
Yeah. That's a cool instinct.
Yeah.
And that's
It saved my fucking. I would have been KO'd if I didn't do that.
Right.
Yeah, because he was coming with the same
finisher,
one.
yeah. Right.
Anyway, but then what I was most proud of was my accuracy, because the first fight with Ricky, when I beat the shit out of him, I was hitting him with like the hardest punches I could possibly.
Are you and
throw.
Ricky cool today? Or?
Oh yeah, we're really
yeah.
cool,
Okay, that's nice. So that's what makes this thing so
we're
cool.
like friends, and then we
Right,
fight.
yeah.
But then like with Ramir, I was like,
that's where a movie like Fight Club, they get it right, man.
they do, yeah.
Not like this Avengers shit.
Yeah, but with
Shrapnel, man.
With like Ricky, I kept hitting him in the top of the head and not in the not in the chin. I hit him in the nose a bunch of the upcuts, but I needed to hit him in the chin to knock him out. I was like, I fucking should have knocked him out with that power. It just needed to hit him in the right spot. So with Amir, I was like, okay, I can't really move. So I was like, okay, he's going to come in with a big right. And I was like, I'll just counter with the left hook, and then I'll just duck under the punch. But like he would hit me in the head and it would just kind of glance off. But I would land the counter.
Yeah,
left.
if somebody's bigger, dude, they're just gonna knock you around. Like,
hey, I couldn't really move.
I'm saying,
but I was
right?
like this, and he would come in with the right, and I would just like I would counter with the left hook, and then I would kind of like follow the left hook to like try to duck under his right, and I landed it clean twice, and then we ran out of time, and then after the fight, he was like, dude, my jaw is fucked up. And he's like, dude, my jaw's killing me. I was like, my ribs are fucking killing me. And then I told him, I was like, dude, you almost knocked me out, and my ribs were fucked for like 2 weeks after
How
that.
good do you feel though after that? So I've
felt
not
terrible
been in a lot of fights.
because I've never been in many fights, but
okay.
I'd also never been like beaten up.
Sure.
You know
But not in your immediate not in your immediate consciousness, but over time though. So I'm only like so I've not been in a lot of fights, but sparring in the gym, like I've taken some lumps, and it's like when I'm done, it's like, oh, I'm kind of glad I did that. Immediately I'm like, oh, dude, I'm getting hit, man. I'm getting hit, and I can't. This guy's clearly better than me.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. And he's toying with me a lot, and if he wanted to, he could finish me. Yeah. Right. But then you're done with that, and you're like, that was better for me. That was better for me to go through that.
No, looking back, it was a really good experience. It was a good experience to like I said, you could think I'm making excuses, but I think they're pretty good excuses, like root canal, fucking toes ripped open, kind of sick.
Sure.
So I was like, yeah, you had some and he was a bigger dude. I was like, yeah, you had some disadvantages, but you didn't get knocked out. You didn't throw in the towel, and like you still hurt his fucking jaw. Like when he was like, dude, my jaw's killing me, I was like, fuck yeah. Like I got something. I did some damage. I didn't just like